All right, good morning. Time is about 7:43. Gonna get a head start on this morning's Appcast. Thank you guys for tuning in with us this morning. And let's go ahead, prop the phone up right there so I can keep an eye on any questions, comments, concerns you guys may have. Let us know where you're watching from on this Monday morning as we give you a detailed look at the forecast ahead. No time constraints here on the 10 News app, on our Facebook, or on our YouTube pages, so we'll go into the details as long as you want them. All right, so we'll start you out this morning coming up on 7:44 with live looks across different parts of the region. We'll start you in Wytheville, in Roanoke, and in Martinsville as the sun is just rising thanks to us springing forward in time. I don't know about you guys, but I'm struggling. For some reason, my sleep cycle is all kinds of messed up here over the past 2 nights or so, and having to work early mornings, it's already messed up, so with the time change, it gets a little rougher. But nonetheless, hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your Monday. Hopefully you enjoyed the little taste of winter weather that we had yesterday. Temperatures 33 Wytheville and Martinsville, Roanoke at about 35 so far this morning. So most of us road conditions are just fine, maybe a little bit on the damp side, but when you approach bridges, they freeze first. And here's just a little bit of the science behind that. Most oftentimes when you have roads, they lose their heat pretty evenly, but when you have a bridge, the colder air can flow beneath it, above it, what have you, and so they can freeze pretty quickly. They have quicker heat loss, so they cool down a little more quickly. So that's some of the areas you may have to watch out for. Some of the higher elevations, Floyd, Carroll, Patrick counties, Bath counties, Highland County, you may come across some slick spots out there. But as far as main roads, your I-81, I-77, 460, 29, 221, for the most part, haven't heard of any kind of major concerns. Let's see here. Getting a text from our digital producer saying she can't hear me. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up in the live. I can hear myself in my earpiece. So if you can, guys, just as we continue to go along here, give me a thumbs up or just let me know that you can hear. If not, we may have to end this. And looks like we got a few thumbs up there. So hopefully it's just an issue on our end. But in the meantime, yeah, Jamie said we're good. So I'm going to keep going, and we'll take it from there. So in the meantime, here's what we're tracking moving forward. Some scattered and quick snow showers. William, Pat, thank you guys for that confirmation, and we'll keep pressing forward here. But any kind of snow showers today, tomorrow, they're mostly going to be on the west-facing slopes. Anything outside of that is going to be pretty scattered, pretty light as far as accumulation is concerned. But that's really going to be really the only little bit of snow that we actually see here over the next day or so. So I'll kind of show you what I mean by that. As we get this west and northwest wind, it piles up the mountains. So I'm talking areas like Snowshoe, Pocahontas, Greenbrier counties, Grayson County, with Bland counties could see a few of these scattered bursts of snow. Other than that, you're really not looking at much of anything here over the next couple of days, in addition to what we saw yesterday. Now, it'll be breezy pretty much constantly from this afternoon and especially into tomorrow. So again, you start to notice, if I can get my little arrow here to cooperate, coming in out of the northwest, really piling up in western Greenbrier, western Pocahontas County, and also in western Highland County. So those are going to be kind of your target areas here over the next couple of days for additional accumulating snow. But outside of that, again, partly to mostly cloudy sky tomorrow, definitely turning colder for us. So for today, temperatures in the NRV 40 to 45, the Highlands middle to upper 40s, Roanoke upper 40s and lower 50s. Lynchburg south side low to mid 50s. So you kind of see that range in temperatures this afternoon. And then by tomorrow, the NRV, the Highlands in the 30s, Roanoke, Lynchburg south side in the 40s. So we actually wind up pulling in some colder air on the back edge of a pretty strong nor'easter located over New England. They're going to get plenty of snow in parts of New England and upstate New York, but here at home, not so much. We'll just kind of get the wind and the cold air to feed off of that storm system. So here's how strong we're talking as far as the winds. Tomorrow, 30 to 45 miles per hour. So once again, if you have trash cans, basketball nets, trampolines, hanging baskets, weigh them down, bring them inside for the day tomorrow. And then also bundle up because we'll be in the 30s and 40s by the afternoon. 20s by Wednesday morning. And at that point, when you factor in the wind, mountains, okay, so the New River Valley, the Highlands, your wind chills are going to be in the single digits at that point. Roanoke, Lynchburg, south side, your wind chills in the teens. So bitterly cold here in winter's pretty much 11th hour. So the hard freeze we're talking about, that's widespread temperatures in the 20s. So kind of a similar map here, but now showing low temperature forecasts. The one on the left is for Wednesday morning. The one on the right is for Thursday morning. So the text is a little small, but I'll kind of point things out. Floyd and Hillsville 22 first thing Wednesday morning. Hot Springs 18, Lynchburg 29, Danville 26. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, Narrows 25, Blacksburg 26, Covington, Lexington, Roanoke, Lynchburg, South Boston, Livingston at 28 degrees. Any other year, this really kind of almost doesn't matter, right? Because in the middle of March, you get freezing temperatures. But this winter has been one of the warmest, if not the warmest on record. So now you've got fruit trees that are blooming weeks ahead of schedule. So a freeze like that, kind of harmful to the vegetation. If there's any positive to take out of it, it's that pollen levels, allergies that may have been annoying you, probably get a little bit of a break here over the next several mornings. And again, that's especially going to be the case by Wednesday and by Thursday. Let's just say you're not a fan of the cold. Well, there's actually some good news for you. It comes briefly, but there's some good news. And so heading into Thursday and St. Patrick's Day, we see the wind shifting direction. So low pressure, the wind is counterclockwise. High pressure, the air is clockwise around it. So we get the air coming in out of the west and southwest Thursday and Friday afternoon. So high temperatures by then in the 60s. But you do notice storm system to the west. It's going to grab some of that moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. Probably looking at severe thunderstorms on St. Patty's Day farther to the south. Here, probably looking at some rain showers moving in late in the day, St. Patrick's Day, and into very early Saturday, before then cooling down. And so the question then becomes this time of year, why can't the weather make up its mind? Well, it's pretty common for March to be the time of year where you see temperature swings. And I'm going to have to change that background from fall to spring. But anyways, we gain daylight very quickly to the south. So anytime the jet stream rises to the north, we warm up quickly. Meanwhile, there's still enough cold air left over from the winter in the North Pole that anytime the jet stream drops southward, you get the cold. See, things just kind of bounce back and forth as multiple storm systems pass through. It's actually pretty common, again, in the month of March to have that. I've tracked snowstorms in March. I've tracked ice storms in March. I've tracked wildfires. I've tracked tornadoes in the month of March. It's really, this month is a little bit of everything. And so yesterday, today, tomorrow, winter decides to play ball, and then it hands off the bat to springtime for Thursday and for St. Patty's Day. So the extended forecast showing just that. A few things to highlight. Number one, the wind tomorrow is going to be strong. The cold by Wednesday and Thursday, most of us in the 20s. It's a hard freeze. And then looking ahead to St. Patty's Day, 60s for highs. Showers by the evening into early Saturday. Saturday's probably pretty windy at times too, before temperatures then drop into the 40s. Come Sunday afternoon, we'll drop down into the 20s again early next week. So there's your kind of temperature roller coaster that we are pretty accustomed to this time of year, but that's kind of how it plays out here over the course of the next week or so. So now time about 7:52. We've been at this for about 10 minutes now. Don't see any kind of questions, comments, concerns, so that's at least some good news on that front. We've got updates coming up. One is in about 5 minutes, another at 8:26. Another around 8:55. That's going to be on 10 News. I'll also go through the full forecast once again today at noon. Your updates anytime on our 10 News and weather apps, as well as WSLS.com. One of those updates is Beyond the Forecast, our newsletter written by meteorologist Marshall Downing. That is on the 30-year anniversary of the superstorm of '93, benchmark storm in this area. We'll look back at that as we look ahead to another week of weather here in Southwest and Central Virginia. Have a great rest of your Monday. Stay warm, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.